What could go wrong?
All right, no need to keep on toying with your prey. Here comes one of my finest blessings now.
Tell me something, son of Hades. If the one who called herself Persephone is back, then why do you continue to return? Respond.
Master Chaos, it seems I've developed something of a talent around breaking out of here. Or there, I mean, the underworld. So, it's become more of an official role for me, I guess. If escape shouldn't be possible, then someone needs to find the gaps.
Indeed. And you shall visit with me still, despite accomplishing the principal object of your journey back when first we met. Good.
Perfect timing.
Hey, sir.
So all this time, Prince, when you were battling up to the surface and all that, you were searching for her, weren't you? The Queen?
I was. Although, between us, sir, it's important that you keep that one a secret, please. Did you happen to meet her ever?
Well, just the one time, briefly, when your father decided to put me here. And you have my word, of course, about the surface stuff. I got you covered.
All right. Boldy, while on one hand I know that making offerings to you won't really help me get out of here, on the other hand, maybe it will?
Why, isn't that their Sister Hestia's oddly constructed armament you bear? She always was so predisposed to flame. I thought she'd never give it up. If it's to be in any hands, then may as well be yours. Ah, yes, indeed.
Am I some kind of pushover to you, Zagreus? Is that what you think?
Had to do it, Artemis.
You know what? I decided not to kill you, Zagreus. No sport in cornered prey, so here, get on with it.
Oh, hi.
Ugh, would you just look at him? That smug look, that posture, everything. Please tell me you're not going soft for this trash god, sister.
Come on, Alecto. When was the last time that we looked to one another for approval? Besides, as long as we kill him, what do you even care?
You know, fair point there, sister. Very nicely said. Let's kill him now!
She wasn't very nice.
It's you, boss. That's good. But you're standing still. That's bad. Let's get you up and moving about again, all right?
I hear something.
It's time. Good to be working with you in a more official capacity, Zag. Shall we get started?
映画をしてるな。
Chamber secured.
Why, little Hades, there's a certain chill about you, meaning you received an ice-cold blessing courtesy of Elder Goddess Demeter, correct? Now, personally, I think water's best in liquid form, but who am I to judge?
Thanks, Your Majesty. Though, you're not gonna get in trouble bringing me this stuff, are you?
No, I don't think I can get into more trouble at the moment. May this make your dishes that much more delectable.
So what'll it be this time, Your Royal Majesty? Hmm?
I know you missed me, Lernie, and I missed you too. Bye for now, Lernie. You must have met so many great heroes in your day, having fought alongside Achilles. Do you still keep in touch with any of them here?
Great heroes. Haven't you seen by now what they are like, stranger? Not all entirely what they're cracked up to be. But there were good ones, yes. Suppose they're mostly keeping to themselves, like I am here. Perhaps we'll run into each other down the line.
No matter how you try, you cannot shake the bond we share, monster.
Oh! Worst. See that, bullman?
Again.
Thank you.
Cerberus moves for no one, but for Satasax, he can make an exception.
See you, boy. Cold out there. One last bit of business to take care of, then.
I thought you might arrive right about now. Then let us have our fight. You tell no one at the house. Do you hear me?
結構周りに行ってるよ。
You fought well.
There. In my father's name. My weapons can grow even stronger now.
Once more, tenacious Zagreus achieves his lofty goal. And just as every time before, except with some sort of new twist of fate, perhaps. He goes a little distance, then he dies.
No, no!
最後ターミネーターみたいになってた。
Thank you, everyone. You're too kind.
What? Oh, you just startled me there is all. I was just,
Hey, everything all right there, Hypnos?
Oh, absolutely. Everything definitely is. It's Thanatos. He said some stuff, and now I'm not so sure I'm doing the best job I can, you know?
I'm sure he wasn't trying to hurt your feelings. Wait, what am I saying? He's always been harsh with you, hasn't he?
Hey, what if he doesn't like me anymore? He's got other brothers.
I'll talk to him.
他に弟おったんや。
Congratulations, boy.
Oh.
Father, all this stuff with the Olympians, will you just tell me what's going on for once? How did Mother come to join you here? What's your problem with Uncle Zeus?
I thought she already told you. Come with me, now.
そうなんや。
Swear to me that you shall never repeat what you are about to hear. Swear it.
All right, I swear. I swear in your own name I'll keep what you're about to say between us. So?
So, you had it mostly right before. After I inherited the underworld, your Uncle Zeus felt sympathy for me, he says. Your mother, he knew she was unhappy on Olympus. And he knew I was drawn to her. So what did he do? He brought her here, gave her to me as a gift.
You weren't expecting a gift like that. But she didn't want to return to Olympus, and you liked her, so you didn't send her away. And you were angry with Zeus for putting you in that position. Cut ties with him.
Yes! The blasted fool with all his flights of fancy. He does whatever he wants. He could have achieved a similar outcome in a limitless number of reasonable ways, rather than resort to what was tantamount to kidnapping, even if she wanted to leave.
And now if Demeter and the others found all this out, you and Mother, even Zeus, would be in a bad spot, wouldn't he? He must have a temper on him to match yours.
You know nothing of tempers if mine is your frame of reference, Zagreus. Now enough of this. You know the rest. Remember your oath.
I will. Take care, Father.
ハデスに至っては他のオリンポスの神々の切り方とは全然違うもんね。注意やからね。
Please do be careful out there, Zagreus.
Oh.
Persephone, my queen. It has been far too long. Although the passing of the time was very kind, it is an honor to see you again.
Oh, please, Nyx. No formalities between us, right? It's wonderful to see you too, my friend. The days there on the surface, they were very different, but the nights... I was reminded of our times together here.
Good times, I trust.
Good times, most certainly. I try not to remember the others.
We are pleased to have you back. Although it shall be a difficult adjustment for you once again, I fear. For all of us.
Well, having built a little house all by myself up there, I think I'm up for anything. You know what it's like.
I do.
Meant to tell you, recently I noticed Megara, and I believe I saw the faintest smile play across her lips. That anything to do with you, perhaps? Not asking for specifics, mind.
You really think that has to do with me? I mean, I hope you're right, and I suppose it's possible. It's just, how can you tell?
Perhaps with time I've grown keen to more than just the weaknesses of my enemies on the battlefield. Especially since I don't have those anymore. I'm happy for you, lad. The two of you.
Thanks, Achilles. That means a lot.
Answer me something, Zagreus. What am I to you exactly, as of late? Because sometimes with you,
I'm sometimes at a loss myself, Thanatos. Though one thing I know is it's always really good running into you out there. It's, well, exciting. Sparring with you and all that. And then I know it means that I might get to see you here.
Well, here I am. But you didn't answer my question. So you know something? Forget I asked. I've got to go.
Wait.
What is it, Zagreus? Well, Zag, you like things nice and complicated, don't you? Apparently so do I.
If you're asking if I have any regrets about what happened between us, the answer is no. Being with you, any complications there are worth it.
You don't need to tell me. 2 rules if you want to keep this up. First, we set the personal aside when we're out there. I better not hear a soul say I'm going soft on you. And second, keep up this slightly more mature thing you've had going for you recently.
Wasn't planning on sliding back into the insensitive nonsense of youth, so I don't think the second thing will be a problem. But the first, can we really just keep kidding each other out there like nothing happened?
Guess you'll find out.
The triple-headed monster Cerberus is dutifully sitting there as ever.
Why, this is absolutely splendid, Zagreus. Is this really for me? It's so very kind of you to think of me like this.
I want you to have it, Orpheus. You've brightened up our lives down here more than you know. I only wish that you could see that. The prophecy has been fulfilled. Uncle Poseidon, so different from father.
Less talking, more socking here, pal.
Time to break out of here.
Nyx is the night herself. Her twin sons, sleep and death. But you? I cannot think of anything I fear, except the god of talking back to me.
I'm sure you'll think of something soon enough. Hi, Aphrodite.
まだ悪態つくんやな、お父さん。
I sense you finally acted on your pent-up passion for the Fury Megara, yes, little godling? These types of things, they don't escape my notice, and they're always so enjoyable to see.
Lord Dionysus.
Oh, Zag, what happened last time, man? It seemed like you were rather close, but then we couldn't see you anymore from here, and now you're back? Well, give another go.
We are the sum of all decisions that we make, and that are made for us.
You'll be back, won't you? A little offering for you, good Lady Demeter. I'm deeply grateful for your willingness to aid me in all this.
I must acknowledge and accept your thoughtful gift of nectar, Zagreus. Would that the mortals showed deference thus.
なあ、おばあちゃんやしね。
As seasons give to one another, so do generations, I suppose. Hyperion, my father, he'd not a one redeeming quality. My sisters and my foster brothers and myself. This world owes us a debt for ridding it of him and his kind.
Electo.
Heard rumblings about some news back at your daddy's house, Redblood. So his illustrious abducted queen, she's come back home?
Wait, how do you even know all that? And should you really be talking about the queen that way?
I don't answer to her. She can come and go as she wants for all I care. But you want to know who can't? Yeah, you.
Not yet. Got her. There goes the power couple.
The finer points of hunting are not easy to communicate, though you're learning from experience at least.
One of them's going to be mad.
Uh-oh, somebody's going to be upset.
Oh man, that was definitely not a thing to do. I mean, are we best mates or not? You think on that while I do this.
He'll get over it.
親友になった覚えがないけど。
Almost had me.
Okay, all right. It's fine already, Zag. You win this time, and I am good as grapes.
I heard a certain someone's back at home with you down there now, cuz. I call it wonderful news, except it isn't news. At least not yet. Though if the time comes that you want to spread the word, just give the signal here.
How's the old neck holding up? Heads down. Don't spend it all in one place.
Oh, great, it's you, Zagreus. Here, let me offer you some fine new boons, as well as Lord Dionysus here, who I'm sure would love to talk your ear off just as much as mine.
Yeah, tells me I'm being awful loud and to back off, all sorts of nasty stuff like that. What can you do though, right?
全く思わん。
If you seek a swift and righteous death, you fiend, you've come to the right place. That was my friend!
Dionysus! Have I got just the thing for you?
Oh, you monster! You fiend!
That ought to make Theseus shut it for a bit. Someone back home would practically die for this stuff.
prince compels the multi-headed hound to let him pass.
Thanks, boy. You ready for another go?
Come show your father what you've learned of late. Do not hold back.
手加減したことなんかないよ。青か。勝ってるか。どうや。お、勝った。勝てるもんやね。
With your youth comes a certain strength, it seems. Get on. Take me home.
カロンが連れてくんや。
That's that then. In the name of someone very sore right now.
いやー、この能力でよかったな。
Having already seen the splendid cottage of Persephone sufficient times, the stubborn underworld prince nevertheless attempts to go there once again, although his memory of it shall have to do.
No.
I did it, I think. Father, I know we can't exactly change the past, but we can try to move forward. Look, I know I'm not even supposed to have this stuff, but everyone likes it. Won't you try it at least? Here, take it either way.
静かに話聞いてるな、お父さん。
I can dispose of this properly. Speaking of disposal, I've no further need for this here, so rid me of it, why don't you? On your way out.
Father, I don't know what to say.
嬉しいね。
Father, all these shades, aren't they going to let on that Mother's back? What if word spreads and the Olympians find out?
You are so well accustomed to defying me that you forget there are no others, either living or dead, who would so dare. None in this house shall speak of this until we are prepared to make any announcements on our own terms.
Sounds like you've got it all under control. Mother, just how long has it been snowing on the surface, do you know? Because it seems to me that Demeter, grandmother I should say, well, it's been very cold up there each time I've been.
I was afraid of that. I wanted to believe the snow about my cottage. It was native to the climate there, but seems that Mother took my absence harder than I thought. Oh, what have I done? All those poor people.
It's not your fault. You couldn't have known. And we can fix this, right?
We can and shall.
The vicious, triple-headed Cerberus shows some restraint for now.
The fallen warrior in Elysium we spoke of. He seems like a good man, though. Was he always the despondent sort?
No, lad. I was that sort, I think, but he was not. He was one of the only men I knew who did not look upon me as a threat. He saw something in me I never knew was there, and in turn, with him, I felt, how to describe it, calm, whole.
I'm restless all the time. I can only imagine.
He had this wry humor about him, like he was wise beyond his years. A quality I trust shall see him through his struggles now. Although, I hoped residing in Elysium would mean he wouldn't have to struggle any longer.
He shouldn't, sir. And neither should you. Chaos seems to have taken somewhat of a liking to me, Nyx. They mentioned you.
They mentioned me, did they? I thought, perhaps, that they had long forgotten. You should know they are my mother and my father, child. We have not spoken since the dawn of time.
That's... oh.
You sure that you're all right with everything? I wouldn't want you to be caught up in the middle of all this. If you so much as said to call it off.
No, Meg, no, Meg, come on. No, are you kidding me? I mean, I couldn't be happier about it, really. You deserve this. As long as you're happy yourself, right?
Well, thank you, Dusa. You've always been so kind. I don't quite know what to say.
Hey, now, that's my line. Look, though, I better get going, but I just want to say this is great news, all right? Thank you for telling me.
You're right. And same to you.
ああ、そうか。デューさんもザグレウスのこと好きやったんや。
Your kindness toward me is unnecessary, child. You know I have no expectation of such gifts from you or anyone.
I think of you always, Nyx. You raised me as your own, and I'm grateful for it.
Oh, why? I'm very much obliged that you have thought of me again for such a wonderfully thoughtful gift.
It's nothing, Orpheus. Thank you for all the inspiration through your song. I love your work, mate. Only the very best treats for my best friend, right, boy?
Cerberus yelps in merriment upon receiving such a generous offering.
For me? Are you quite sure? You know, this vintage must have made it all the way up from the surface to the mountains, then to here. We've both had distant journeys, haven't we?
Well, I, for one, am certain this vintage here has journeyed to the right place. Please enjoy it. Achilles, I was wondering if you'd split this with me at the lounge. A small excuse for both ourselves to take a break.
Are you most certain you have time for me now, lad? Though how could I decline? I'll see you there. I was a fool, you see. The gods promised me eternal glory beyond death. I could have stayed out of the war. Stayed home with Patroclus. I threw everything away. And sent so very many to this place.
What's done is done, sir. In my mind, you're the greatest warrior who ever lived. So is it glory you still seek, or is it Patroclus?
It isn't glory anymore, lad. I'm sure of that. Patroclus, however, I fear he's gone to me forever. Although his shade might yet reside within this realm, we left on terms I'd not forgive if I were him. Though, I had better get back to my post now, I think. I hope I didn't cast a greater pall over this place back there. I'm very thankful that we had this chance to get caught up. Now, you had best be off. Take care out there.
Wow, now get a load of what you got there, boyo. Wait, really? That's for me? You just pulling my leg.
I'm really giving this to you, mate. Now go enjoy it, will you? Once I've finished pummeling you some more just for the sake of it.
Come on, boyo, let's gab and more stabbing over here.